Well, welcome back to Base Camp, WNC. We're on this project here. This man has a RPS solar well pump installed in a deep well, and it's going to pump into that 2,500 gallon or 3,000 gallon tank, and then it will be gravity feeding his livestock pastures on down the hill, and then potential water for him as well. What he has here is this is 1,200 watts of solar putting into a system. This is RPS system. He bought of course the solar panel, all the racking for it, the angle brackets to put it on, conveniently marked with all the degrees of whether you want summer or wintertime angle on it. All this came from them. You end up having to buy the pipe going down the well, the wire going down the well, and of course all this additional wiring that was here. But he's got this on 4-inch galvanized pipe that's like 5 foot in the ground, 5 foot up, so they're 10-foot hunks of steel pipe. 2 ground rods. Well, one comes down from the solar panel, the other wire comes down, and it has 3 ground rods spaced out 6 feet apart all the way down the thing here for code. Well, this is a RPS universal pump drive. This pump, the well is 500 feet deep and the pump is hung at 300 feet. And this one here is a little bit different than a lot of them in that it has solar power here. Let's get my finger in the thing. Solar power comes in here, power comes out, but this one has another plug right here that you can then direct power it with a generator. And you can directly power that thing from a generator. This one is doing, it can do 18 gallons a minute and be turned down to about 10 gallons a minute or less.
My bad. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Hook this back up.
Yeah.
Breaker on, or is it running? Here's the pump. Well, here's the well. Down in the pump. course, it goes down here. He's got some valves to turn it on to the tank, down into the shut-off valves for the hydrant. Then one's going down to the pasture. So what they've got there is not really cement. It's road bond material. Now they formed it up with rough cut treated lumber, put it in there, packed it down, and of course when the tank's sitting on it, we're going to bury the bottom couple foot of the tank, so all the pipes going into it, all the pipes going in and out of the tank will be below the ground, so we don't have to worry about it freezing. And in order to backfill around the tank when it's in place, what we'll have to do is have it full of water, which won't take long with the pump. I have to try this and see if it'll push it up the side of a mountain. Okay.
Ready?
We're good. We'll miss the dirt pile that way. Coming around.
A little bit close there.
Well, you saw us rolling it down using the back of the four-wheeler to get it in here. And then let's see, here's the 4 valves. And this first one will be the well putting it in. This one right here will be going down to the pasture field. This one here is for future house use. And this one here is rigged up on a pipe with a hole drilled in it for an overflow that will go down and overflow to the pond. Okay, and then we have, that hole does nothing really. This one here is where the electric float will hang in here to tell the pump to come on and off. So that on and off for the pump, non-using. And now we're going to start hooking everything up. And as you can tell by my shadow on the tank, it's getting later in the day. Well, here we have the owner down in the tank. That red hose is actually running from the well, putting water in the tank. And we'll go over later on, but we have the end from the house coming in, the overflow, and the one for the pond. Okay, here's what we've got is the flexible hoses. The company from the tank said that they were concerned about the tank being able to move and the pipes being hooked to it. So what we've got is the one from the right's coming from the well, the next one's going to the pasture, the next one then's going to the house, and then the last one's the overflow. And this way the tank can move in and out with the heat without the pipes breaking on the fittings. Well, here it is. We made a valve body around it by cutting a 55-gallon drum open and spreading it. We screwed it on a block on the top, and I took 2x6, one flat on the bottom, one standing vertical, notched it where all the valve bodies are, so if anybody pushes on the valve body, they wouldn't break it or the fitting into the tank. Got it done. Pasture valves open, everything else is shut off right now. We ended up putting a piece of sock covered 4-inch drain tile all the way around. so that rock can be put in here and here, so any water comes in can drain and get out. Built a lid out of treated plywood just to sit over top of it, and if it's backfilled to here, it'll be within 3 inches. There's a good 2.5, 3 foot dirt, even deeper on the backside, that'll be backed up, backfilled, and rounded up. And gonna put gravel against it because the manufacturer's rep said the tank could move as much as 3 inches. It would expand. Well, can't quite figure that out because once it's full of water, and the temperature below ground certainly ain't gonna change. And with water coming from 300 feet deep, gonna be pretty cool inside the tank. It ain't never gonna heat that much water up. Well, this is the overflow coming from the top of the tank. And as long as the sun's shining, the water's just gonna keep on pumping. And this is just, there's a T in the line, and this drains off the top part of the tank all during the day to keep adding water into the pond. And put that little water bowl down there to disperse the water to keep it from washing so bad, but it's also so the deer and wildlife don't have to walk all the way to the pond edge. They actually get a drinking bowl. Well, this is, like I said, an RPS, variable speed pump solar system. This landowner here assembled all the solar panels, the pump, and all the wiring himself. It comes with some pretty detailed instructions, so it is doable for the landowner. They do have an 800 number to call up and get answers, and they're a little bit lack on the technical ability sometime, or at least being able to get back with you in a timely, orderly fashion. But completely doable. This one's running now just solar. And as I showed you, there is a plug, you can plug a generator into it, and you can also add more solar panels and go battery backup power at night if you want to be able to run it at night. This whole tank is set up for being able to put a deep well pump in that tank later on when he builds the house, and of course that would be grid powered. But it is doable. It's a challenge, but I'm here to help you. The company will help you. If you ever need help designing, coming up with, working out on a system like this, that's what I do here at Carolina Homestead Planner. Emails right below you. The next video will be installing his whole gravity feed water system for all the regenerative pastures that he's putting out. So as usual, like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Tell me what's good or bad. I mean, I haven't been able to put very many videos up with the storm, and I know my editing ability has been kind of lax. See you on the next one.